Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
That's right. We back
for Chicago sports.
Another morning. Another first place 10-win glorious morning, ladies and gentlemen. It just feels it's
shake the cobwebs off.
And we got a lot to talk about ahead of this matchup versus the Slackers this week. As the Chicago Bears do have some concerning injury news. Some injury news on both sides for both teams. Is shutting Odunze down and probably being without Luther Burden gonna be an issue this coming week? We got to break that down. Should the Bears slow play this? Should they slow play this, especially with what we've seen this season? And of course, it's a weird week. Bears play on Saturday this week. Make sure that you've got your tube set to I don't know what channel. So is this Netflix with Peacock? Is this Prime? Is this Chicken? What is this?
Fubo Chicken.
Because it's gonna be on Saturday. We got to give our three keys to the game. The date's 12/17/2025. 7:02 in the morning. I'm in first place.
I like that.
I'm in first place.
It feels good.
You can't hurt me, baby. You can't slow me down.
Yeah.
I can't be stopped. I need a bear down in the chat. I need an FGB in the chat.
FGB, baby. Let's go.
I need a first place in the chat. Oh, man.
Feels good.
It feels phenomenal, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. You walk a little different. You talk a little different.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
Is this the definition of the cock of the walk? You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. What'd you say?
That's a normal saying that people say still in 2025, right? Appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show. Love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Yeah, I heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. Make sure y'all hitting that thumbs up. Make sure you're hitting the hype button if you got the hype button. As Jordan JC says, he wants you to hype him up. I don't know if that's a drug reference or what that is, but I'm concerned.
I'm high off life, baby. I don't need drugs.
Oh, okay. Cocaine. Let's get into this topic here as the injury concerns have mounted heavily for the Chicago Bears team. I mean, it seems like, based on the conversation that we heard from Ben Johnson over the first couple of days, feels like we're possibly heading towards shutting down Odunze here. Now, does that mean that he's going to go to IR? Probably not, because I would think that they wouldn't want it to impact an actual playoff game, right? If you send him to IR, he's out minimum 4 weeks. A lot of confidence that you're going to win in the first round without him versus one of these top teams. So you definitely need him back out there. So I would think this is probably just, I guess not shut him down in that sense, but maybe, hey, like, you're just not going to play and we're going to hold you out. And we'll just have you on the roster. Like, we'll have that roster spot. We've got enough receivers on this team to feel good about it. But I do think there's a conversation to be had now with the injury to Luther Burden. Ben Johnson called that a day-to-day injury and designated that as something that the Bears are going to keep an eye on as they as the first estimation injury report came out yesterday. Luther Burden was listed as DNP in a walkthrough session. So it is a little concerning right now. Is he going to be on the field versus this first game against the Packers, somebody who was pivotal in the Bears having that second half offensive success. Jordan JC, any concern from you that the Bears offense takes a big dip this week versus the Packers without Rome Odunze and possibly Luther Burden in that lineup? We can pretty much expect Rome Odunze is not going to play a game the rest of the way.
Do I expect a big dip? I'm going to say no. I don't think when I dip, you dip, we dip. I don't think that's going to happen for this Bears team because, I mean, look at the output of the offense this past game versus the Cleveland Browns. I mean, we had more than enough to get the job done. You put up 31 points with a fully healthy DJ Moore, Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet, who kind of got injured during the game as well. So we probably will look out for that. But you're going back again.
He was limited yesterday. Designation, walkthrough.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm confident is that I'm not worried if those two guys sit out again. That probably is good for the long term. I still have the confidence that we have enough on offense and enough pieces that already have proven themselves. You've already now seen that DJ Moore has, in this sense, revived himself. Now everybody can calm down that DJ Moore is back to being DJ Moore after he caught an amazing epic pass from Caleb Williams and got another one, I believe, in the first quarter. And so for me, obviously it would be nice to have all your weapons, but you still want to kind of take a precaution to it. Everybody, for the most part, is getting healthier going into this quote-unquote playoff window. You see Tremaine Edmonds coming back or at least having that 21-day window open. Yeah. And so I would love for them to kind of just sit this one out, especially – because you kind of are dealing with a wounded dog in Green Bay coming up this Saturday. They have their own problems, whether I think it might be Christian Watson. Obviously, we know about Michael Parsons. We heard about Zach Tom. We heard about Elijah Williams. And so I think because you have limits on their team, you can kind of slow pace this and not rush them back.
Listen, I don't think it changes how you approach the games where your strength is. Does it change the passing game up a little bit for you? Yeah, you're probably rolling a little bit more with Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet probably in that situation. But the Bears' strength did not just become their passing game and probably will not be their passing game this season, right? It's an asset that you wanted to get to a certain point, very much what you saw versus that Browns defense where you can rely on it if you need to. The strength of this team will continue to be the run game. And I think that going into this Packer week with how banged up this Packer team is right now, don't let this be the trap game, right? Where you sit there and look at it and go, we got them, boys. They're wounded. No Micah out there. We're going to be able to handle business. And then they come in here and roll you. Like, it's still an offense that can go out there and put up points, even with how banged up they've been. Christian Watson being banged up doesn't dictate who the Packers are.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
They've won a lot of games with Christian Watson banged up.
Yeah.
So I do think that this is one of those situations where it does come down to, hey, who has their guys more prepared to be banged up in a game and go in there and still win the game between these coaching staffs. I think your game plan has to remain similar to what you saw versus Green Bay the first time, because that was how you were able to wear that defense down. By the fourth quarter, you had them huffing and puffing and ready to blow the house down because Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift were running roughshod all over them from pretty much second quarter on. And it doesn't mean that they were getting these massive gains or massive chunks, but you were running the entire time, making contact, forcing them to get tired. And then by the third and fourth quarter, you were able to pull that game off. Rewatching that, because I went back and I watched the previous Packer game. I was like, man, like, what was the plan in the first half, right? What was the goal here? And if the Bo Melton touchdown doesn't happen, which could happen, again, listen, the Browns got 2-3 explosive passes on the Bears.
Yeah.
2 of them completed. If Jerry Jeudy doesn't play like a fried turd and actually hold on to the football like his job is designated to do, you have 3 explosive passes, 1 for a touchdown that still hits you. So this still could be an offensive game. But you could see in the first half, the game plan was wear Micah down as much as possible. And then when you get into the second half, you try to take everything that you can. The game plan worked. It's just you gave up too many explosive plays and you didn't know how to tackle in the fourth quarter. And I think that was the biggest issue that led you to losing that game and having to be in a game-winning scenario. You could have been in a situation where you're driving down to actually go up for the lead instead of being tied if you just decided to tackle. So I think that coming into this game, the game plan to me doesn't have to be drastically different because you still have those pieces on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way because again, you've gone to your identity. Your run game has not changed. It has worked every single week. Maybe Kamanungai kind of had a little bit of a quiet game versus the Browns, but DeAndre Swift did what DeAndre Swift did. You know, he did his thing. And so you have two backs that you can rely on. Now, if you told me that part of this offensive line was injured or the likes of a Joe Tooney went down, then I'd be a little concerned. Those are the injuries on the roster that I'd be like, okay, wait a minute. Now we might have to figure something out here. The game plan may have to change because now you don't have your best blockers up front, trying to open up holes for the run game and also blocking enough for Caleb to do his thing in the pocket. And so that's where I have the confidence is that we have so much depth in certain key positions, like wide receiver, that we can, fill that void. We can kind of get along without the Rome Odunzes and the Luther Burdens so that they don't have to come back and re-engine themselves. We've seen that with, matter of fact, we saw that with Kyler Gordon, where, he re-aggravated himself and now he's on IR and he's done for the season. And so I wouldn't want that to happen with Rome Odunze because he pretty much had the same thing happen to him.
He did it already.
Yeah, he missed the game because of his re-aggravating his foot injury. And so that's why I'm saying let's just kind of slow down, let's just relax, and allow these guys to get fully healthy because this team has so much depth to it that I don't have a problem with them sitting out a few games.
Yeah, let's hope that this is a game that the Bears can get themselves in control of early on. I think that with some of the Packers injuries, I mean the Packers are pulling up with a mash unit.
Bro, that's unfortunate. You talk about a team that went all in and now. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm sure Jimmy Hoffa don't feel this way, but it seems like most of Packer Nation, the second that Micah Parsons went down, they just went, well, there goes the Super Bowl. All right, call it a day, boys. Pack it up. We're getting out of here. And listen, there is some kind of effect usually when you lose a big piece like Micah. I do think Micah is uber important, but I haven't seen Micah have a great playoff probably in 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
Like Micah usually kind of gets neutralized when the playoffs get here. So if all of your hopes were that Micah Parsons is going to win for you in the playoffs, I don't know how strongly built your team was.
Well, here's my reason.
He's phenomenal. He's the second best pass rusher in football this year.
Yeah.
But everything relied on him.
I think now that you have him done for the season, the issue I think for them as a team, and I'm talking as a football fan, I'm not being a biased Chicago Bears fan. I honestly think more pressure and more weight is going to be put on Jordan Love's shoulders. And when you do that, we know that there are going to be times where he doesn't pass the ball right, and he turns the ball over for his team. He's going to get some sort of turnover for the team, and so that's the only unfortunate part is now you're putting more and more responsibility, which I mean technically you should, on your quarterback, but he's going to have to carry this team even more so, and so that's where the concern is.
He's a $50 million quarterback. He should.
Yeah, well, we know
you
the
know
history.
What I mean? I think that's the part that was so interesting to me this week. You would have thought they lost the quarterback. You lose a quarterback, season's over.
Yeah.
Lose the quarterback, it's GG. There's nothing you could do. Absolutely nothing you could do. But it's clear that your faith in, or Packer fan faith in the Super Bowl run that they thought was coming had nothing to do with Jordan Love. It had nothing to do with this offense overall. Matthew Golden's a full participant. You don't see Muzz going, oh, we can outscore them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Christian Watson was DNP. Although kind of, I don't know. The reports around him make me feel like Christian Watson is still going to play. He was the biggest asset.
Yeah.
For the Packers in that game versus us the last time. So I look at it and I look at their injury report, and while they are banged up a ton, we played that game. We played the banged up game. We played it with no linebackers for a good chunk of this season. We played with defensive linemen missing. We've been hurt all year. So there is no crying. There is no, oh, we were banged up. There is no spilt milk. Yeah, I mean, I could care less.
There's going to be like an automatic excuse installed in if the Bears.
It is. That's
win.
what I'm saying. Like, I'm already prepared for it. Well, they were a little banged up this week. If the Bears find a way to win, oh yeah. Well, look at our injury report.
Come on now. As a matter of fact,
we finally got healthy, and now Muzz want to. Oh, they were banged up.
I heard a stat where we're actually the most injured team. We're the team with the most missed. I want to say games by certain players. I want to say that there was a stat that I saw. I have to look that up to fact check that. But I read that somewhere where you don't have any excuse. We had a whole entire linebacker unit that went down, and we had to rely on Ruben Hippolyte and DeMarco Jackson.
And then Ruben Hippolyte went down.
Then Ruben Hippolyte went down. Now we got Kyler Gordon now. Now we got, Jaquan went down for a second. Not like there's certain times where it's like, okay, let's pump the brakes. We don't need all these installed excuses coming in, but we know it's going to happen. However, we move forward, FGB.
That's right. Drop them FGBs in the chat. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. This is technically a Thursday because the game is on Saturday. So on a Thursday, we always do, even though it is Wednesday, we always do our 3 keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Green Bay Packers. We got that coming up next. And let's listen to a word from our sponsors first.
Oh, yeah.
Over at Aura.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have 1 or 2 of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com, where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch, because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
Clap it up.
That was the wrong one. We could have clapped it up. We could have clapped it up. Big shout out to y'all, man.
For Chicago sports.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, we just got done talking about where this Bears team might be injury-wise going into this game, possibly without Luther Burden. Definitely, it seems, without Rome Odunze. How would that affect the team moving forward into this game? Now we got to give our keys to a Chicago Bears victory over the Green Bay. I think somebody called in and said this on the Chicago Bears podcast. The Green Bay Whackers. Yeah, that's right.
Is that what he called them?
That's what he called them. Green Bay Whackers.
The lackers, the slackers, the whackers.
Yeah. Pretty much anything acker with a different letter in front of it is just not good. Throw an F in front of it. Yeah, I mean, FGB. Nah, man. Listen, I think this is still going to be a tough game. It's a divisional game. So no matter what, you know that there's going to be a familiarity with what the team is able to do. It feels like they really figured some things out versus the Bears. And I'll tell you what, it looked like if Shedeur Sanders was a better quarterback at this point and had an offensive line in front of him, he probably could have taken advantage of some of those things as well. So we're going to need this demon right here. Yeah, I mean, just prepared and having that team ready. So let's get our keys to a Chicago Bears victory in this game. Jordan JC, key number 3 for the Bears to take down the hated Bastage Packers.
Well, key number 3 is just get off to a good start. Implement or replicate what you did in the Cleveland Browns game. For the longest, you have been a second half team, and you have kind of gotten the motor running late, and so kind of imitate what you did in the first half. You put up 14 points. Possibly you could have had 17 points, but there were opportunities where you actually put the ball in the end zone. And so that's what you want to do against a division rival, against a really good team in the Packers, even though they're, like I said, a wounded dog coming in on Saturday. You still want to try and hit them where it hurts often and early so that they can try to work from behind. And so for me, that's the biggest key is Caleb Williams has to hit those underthrows, those 5-yard throws, the things that he was doing very, very well this past Sunday, the layups, as we say, to Colston Loveland, to DeAndre Swift, to DJ Moore, and get off the bus running.
Yeah, fast start is going to be incredibly important. I think you hit the nail on the head, though. I think this is going to be a run-heavy game, and it should be. Right? I mean, listen, I wouldn't be mad at 40 carries from Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift. Wow. Just run it right down their throats. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't pass the football, and you have to be accurate when you do pass the football. We need to see that early and often. I know Caleb, I think he went 0 for 3 on his first 3 passes versus the Browns, and then locked in and absolutely just went ham. Hafley's not going to allow explosive plays. They're not going to be there. You're not going to have an opportunity realistically to get them. You may have a little bit more time in the pocket without Micah Parsons there. So with all that being said, you attack over the middle. Take the short stuff. Hit a Colston Loveland underneath. Let him be a playmaker. Hit DeAndre Swift underneath. Let him be a playmaker. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is also going to be a game where you're going to see DJ Moore a little bit more involved in some different ways. But the simple passes are the one that I think this team has to really lock in with, because if you do that, all it does is keep Green Bay on their back foot defensively. And to me, that's the best situation for this team moving forward. You keep Green Bay on that back foot, they're going to have a tough time being able to get out of there and getting out of Soldier Field with a win.
Yeah. My second key and most important key to a Bears victory over the slackers, Packers, is going to be kind of what you said already. Is, the Jackers. Not the hackers, right? No, we could do it.
Hackers makes
I don't like it. I don't like it. We can see the connection between DJ Moore and Caleb Williams growing. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see that just randomly fall off again, especially because we're talking about Rome and Luther Burden possibly not being here for this game. take advantage of that connection again, build that chemistry up, because it looked really, really good. It looked the best I've seen since they've been playing together, in my opinion, this past Sunday. And I know, like you mentioned, Halfley does not, give up explosive plays, but I mean, you just played against a very, very good pass defense, and gave up some really good plays from the Cleveland Browns. And so there could be opportunities. Again, Caleb Williams needs to make those layups. So when it comes to DJ Moore, getting him across the middle of the field on some slants, 5-yard passes, screen passes, whatever the case may be, continue to build that chemistry up. I believe this past Sunday, I want to see how many attempts did he have. He had 5 targets, and he completed 4 for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. And so, yeah, let's build off of that and see if we can get into the the century mark.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what the game plan is going to be with DJ Moore. I think it's one thing to watch. We talked about it last week, right? And people disagreed with whether that should be the plan, but there was some of those hero routes, as they call them, right? He runs a hero post in the last game versus the Browns. Caleb just kind of gets back to him. Like he's running a clear out route for somebody else. Like the love of the game routes, as J-Mac calls them, where your job is not to catch the football here. Your job is to open up things for other people. That may still be the case this week, but I do think you try to find ways to get DJ a heck of a lot more involved, especially with how banged up this defense is right now. And you'll probably have a little bit more opportunity. And we've seen DJ Moore be able to carry a game versus the Packers in situations like that. So hopefully it's something that they can get done. My second key to this game, and I think this is going to be massive, it is about the wide receivers, but it is not about them catching the football. Keep an eye on the outside zone runs this week. This Bears defense may end up having to be a little bit one-dimensional because with the possibility Luther Burden doesn't play, with the probability that Odunze is not playing for a while here, and DJ Moore needing to be pretty much the number one wide receiver. You're not going to have the same level of blocking that you've had to the outside. And I know people don't think about wide receivers and, why would I want a blocking wide receiver? Because you kind of need it. When you see these big runs to the outside, it is usually Odunze or Luther Burden or DJ Moore helping to clear a path to open up a lane, engaging in those blocks. We've seen what it looks like when Olamide Zaccheaus has to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it ain't always pretty, right? Sometimes you ain't got that weight there. Now you do have Colston Loveland that can supplement it. I don't know if you saw last week. Colston Loveland on Myles Garrett.
Like, where did that come from?
Now listen. It's a good block.
It was a phenomenal block.
We all can be excited. We all can be a little bear claw on the table. Yeah, man. But if you push any human being in the hip, they're going to move. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how. That's what they teach you. If you fire at someone's hip, they're going to move. So he got Miles on that hip, and Miles moved. But it was kind of cool. I was like, look at this one.
That
was a fun nugget watching tape. I ain't going to lie to you, bro.
Yeah, that blocking technique is important. I love it. No, I'm right there with you. I think that's very important. The outside run zones, you have to be there to block. DJ Moore has to commit to blocking, and sometimes we've seen him do it well. He has the capability, but then there are the times where it might be a little slow-footed, a little lazy. We've seen Olamide Zaccheaus whiff on a few blocks and get his guy knocked out, but that's where I think Ben Johnson will probably have these guys ready, knowing that they'll be without some of their better blockers. I do have faith in Colston Loveland, though. That guy is a mauler.
Cole Kmet has improved his blocking too. Like Cole sucked at blocking last year. Kmet, he was god awful. He is actually an impressive blocker. Hey, when you want to block, you can. You big son of
it's just all effort. That's really what it is. 100%. It's effort. But my first and final key to, or my first and most important and final key to a Bears victory over the Green Bay I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to go with Packers this time. I don't know how close that would be to saying that word. So anyway, we're going to go with the turnovers. Al Harris, I need you to, whatever you're doing to get these guys going when it comes to the takeaways, and specifically I'm talking about the interceptions that can turn the field around very quickly. Keep doing it. Keep motivating these guys. I saw that, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, that they have like a locker room full of the pictures of all the different takeaways that they had or interceptions that
That's
they had.
in the meeting room. Yeah,
30
in one of the
takeaways.
meeting rooms. Yeah.
That's epic. And then the balls that they've collected over that period of time as well. It's like that's what motivates these guys. And specifically, I want CJ GJ to keep doing this thing. He got an interception on Jordan Love last time. He got another interception on Shedeur Sanders this past week. Like, that has been an amazing pickup, and I continue to sing his praises. Keep CJ GJ in the game and doing what he does. He seems to always be in a position either to take the ball away or even to get a sack. He almost got a sack on Shedeur again. And so utilize him. You got DeMarco Jackson with the interception. Then, of course, Jalen Johnson with the interception on Jerry Jeudy. And so I expect Jalen Johnson possibly to have a bounce back game, because the last time they played the Packers, he was trying to get going a little bit. He seemed like he was a little bit slower in his route, in his pursuit, and got beat or burned a few times. I expect him to possibly clean that up and be in a position where he can take the ball away. And so I'm looking for my DBs to get at least 2 interceptions. I said 2. That's right. 2.
Well, okay, all right. Al Harris probably calling 7. Al Harris be throwing out some wild numbers, bro. He'd be like, "We getting 6 today, J-Mac."
Double the whole entire year.
Dang. then they get 4, but there's like 3 that fall out of their hands and be like, they should have had 6.
Yeah,
like, dang it.
7. You ain't right. Yeah.
Like, literally, he told J-Mac, I think he told him 4 last week.
That's insane.
And they called the strip fumble progress.
Man, that's still whack to me.
That's insane. That's insane. And then Deshaun Wright, I don't know what he did. Like, he slipped, but the ball hit him in both hands, and he didn't catch it. So it was like,
he like slapped it down.
They should have kind of had 4. Actually, this guy gets it. But no, man, listen, I'm very excited about this final week. Shout out to you guys with the super chats. Got some people excited as well. Although Crazy Cross, he's going through a little love issue here. He said, my work crush is betting on the Packers. I'm mad, bro. That's tough.
Oh,
that's tough.
How we gonna handle that?
How bad is she?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it come down to. It's like, you betting against my team.
We can work it out. We can work it out.
I mean, how bad is she? We talking.
We can work it out.
Yeah, I mean, now here's the thing though: is this a work crush that is fine outside of work? Yeah, I mean, when you put in 16-hour days, bro. Yeah, I mean, your work crush, male or female, they start to look a little better.
A little different, yeah.
She out of work 5, but she at work 7. You know what I mean? Usually get about a 2 bump.
Yeah, man.
Usually get about a 2 bump. You know what I mean? Like, you be there all day with that mug. Personality be cool. You be like, man, she cool people, bro. Yeah, I mean, I ain't even tripping, bro.
You get off of work, you like, whoa. What was that thing? That's hilarious.
King Booker World said $2 to let the world know Jimmy Hoffa's a lame. Jesus. Jesus, King Booker World.
Paying for the little roast.
Steve-O said, got to get a new crush. Nah, I don't know, Steve-O. I need to know what she look like.
It depends on the rating.
If she out of work 7.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game changer. That's an at work 9. You can't get a new crush with an at work 9.
Yeah.
You got to overlook some stuff with an at work 9.
Yeah, got a few scars on her face. That's okay. She's a hard worker.
What is look?
What do we got now?
Freddie Green said, "Look, she better be Selma Hayek, and we still questioning her intelligence."
She got to be that fine. That's a 10, no matter where. What are you talking about, Brandon?
To this day. To this day.
Lord have mercy. Oh boy.
I want some plantain. My number one key to a Chicago Bears victory over the Green Bay Packers. Listen, I've said this multiple times. I think that this will continue to be true But you're now in a situation where if you can outplay them physically, I think that you can get after them. If you're the more physical team in this game, I think you win. That's how I feel about divisional games just about every time. There is no world for me where you go into a divisional game and they don't know everything about you. You don't know everything about them. They know where you're going to be. And it almost offsets the talent that's on the field. Listen, we had a lot of bad football teams be competitive in these matchups. We've had a lot of bad football teams versus the Detroit Lions when they were going on their run that were able to go bar for bar with the Lions. We had a lot of bad football teams versus the Minnesota Vikings when they were on their playoff run, where all of a sudden, like, the Bears are winning those games. So to me, and by the way, we're the ones that were struggling. So to me, like, I see divisional games as all about who's going to come out, who's going to be more physical, who's going to assert dominance more. To me, I think that the Bears have proven time and time again this season, we're going to come out, especially like what you saw versus the Browns last week, we're going to come out and make you not want to be here. That team by the second quarter didn't want to be in Chicago. Now, you're not going to do that to the Packers. So you got to go the extra mile. You got to go past what you did in Philly. You got to go past what you did in the second half of that first Packers game. We need some fights. Like, I needed that physical. I needed, like, y'all got to get up off of me. I needed that physical.
That's where I miss Luther Burden. He had that little choke grab.
That was crazy, bro. It was so quick. It was like, Buddy came up and gave Luther like a little shoulder push. Luther went for the throat immediately. They fined him like $11,000, bro.
Like, what you think this is?
How much did they fine him?
I don't know, but to your point, I think that is a pivotal key. And that's one thing that I'm impressed by is that the Bears, they have never like really played down to anybody. They have played up to competition. They have played to the level that they've needed to play to the entire season. That's a credit to the coaching staff. And so, no, I'm with you. I have full confidence they'll play to their tip.
They fined that man $11,000 for unnecessary roughness.
Hey.
$11,000. Hey, look, this wild. The NFL fines be hilarious. $11,075. Who came up with the 75?
What? Put it on the side. I need a bag of chips.
Hey, who came up with the 75, bro? That kills me.
Steak
bro.
dinner. Yeah, it's like a steak dinner or something. Like, come on now.
I love how this team has been playing. I think that this has been an incredibly competitive team all season long, and I don't think that stops this week. I think it's something that if you are a Bears fan right now, get ready for this game. I'm not telling you it's going to be a blowout. I'm not telling you it's gonna be the most dominant thing that you've ever seen. But I tell you what, I think the Bears are going to put their hands around their throats, and I think it's going to be a nice little chokeout.
There you go.
Luther, I was playing. Luther.
Well, it's the Burden Show.
Well, it's the Burden Show. We gotta play the Big Show music whenever Luther Burden comes out now.
Oh, yeah. Ain't going nowhere.
It's the Big Show.
Bro, I expect them to have a competitive game, but if I had to predict it, I'm gonna go Bears 34, Packers 21. That's
Bears 34, Packers 21.
That's right.
I'm not gonna say blowout, right? I'm not gonna say blowout, but I do think that it is a more controlled performance for the Chicago Bears. And so I do think 10 points. Give me a 31-21 Bears victory over the Green Bay Packers at home. And hey, if you going out to that game, man, you better not have a seat. It better be standing room only in that mug, bro. You better have that building rocking, or I'm coming through with some burden energy for some of y'all. It's the Big Show. That's crazy, bro. It was so fast. It was such a quick choke.
Let me tell you something, brother.
It's just crazy to think how far we've come, bro. I mean, honestly, like,
it's amazing.
It's amazing, bro. It's
We
amazing.
went from hey,
Oh,
been sacked 37
man, that feels like
times,
10
but,
years ago now.
What are your thoughts on tonight's game? To I'll kill you.
Love it.
False start, I'll kill you.
Oh. Pre-snap penalties are gone. What did they do?
Oh, we got an update. Chrissy Cross said, I told Shorty, whoever team wins picks the first day spot. Smooth.
I like that.
Okay.
That's a good medium.
Okay. I like that.
Okay.
You still get the date out of it.
There you go.
But whoever wins picks the spot.
Yeah.
That could backfire incredibly on you.
Okay.
Because if we being real, she might have more expensive taste than your pockets are ready for. I don't know where you at financially.
No.
But there's some restaurants in this city that it don't matter. Like if she's like, oh man, Packers won. What a great day at Maple and Ash.
Oh.
Yeah,
Chris Girl's got an injury. Gonna have an injury that day. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I got cholera.
Is she worth Maple and Ash? That's what I want to know. Jesus.
But then if you pick, see, what you should have did is winner pays for the first date.
There you go. There you go.
That's how you win, brother.
I would have did that.
That's how you win. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Love the glasses, Luther.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for rocking with another edition of The Morning Breeze. We'll have more content coming you guys' way throughout the day, so stay tapped in with us as always. Drop your Chicago Bears prediction in the comments. George JC, I don't know if you know this, but we do have over 100 in our chat. Over 200 in our chat.
Okay.
200.
Shout out to y'all. Good morning.
Big shout out to y'all, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Steve-O said, Maple and Ash isn't a first date. Hey, Steve-O. It took me 10 years to take my wife there, so you ain't lying.
To say, bro, first dates, yeah, you're going to have to.
Maybe 9. I think we went at 9. It took me 10 to take her, and I was paying for it.
Maple and Ash, Jesus, as a first date? Yeah, you got it. Woo, all right.
Yeah, I got to love you.
Mm-hmm.
I got to love you.
That
I do
job
love
chick
those
better
truffle
be
pillows they got. That's some of that pasta in there. Just phenomenal. Little truffle pillows. And
I hope that's where you take Drew, because I'm coming along.
I'm probably not gonna hit Drew for Maple and Ash. That's crazy. Plus, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's fire, but I hate the lighting. That may be my first old guy take of my life. It's so dark in there.
You don't like the ambiance?
I'm not a fan of the ambiance, bro. I need to see the menu.
Oh, you can't even see
These glasses are real. I am blind.
You do need some lighting at least.
I was assuming my wife was sitting across from me. It could have been somebody else.
Maybe that's you. Oh, okay. All right. That's hilarious.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. FGB's in the chat. Big shout out to you guys for tuning in and showing love. I'm tired. Can't you tell? Better. One love. Peace.
Get some rest, brother.
Yeah, nah, it's not gonna happen.
No,
it's not gonna happen. Mr. Meet himself, Jordan JC, ladies and gentlemen. I did that all out of order. I just felt like I kept saying the same thing.
You clap it up.
Yeah, clap it up.
You sound like Joe when he's introducing everybody. We got
bro. When he be
you better
doing,
do better.
Bro, he just be saying stuff, bro. None of it. Like, we got big kids. Mr. Drew better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. That must be like, we got Mr. Drew better, do better, who better, Drew better, cool better, nobody, bro.
No, that's not it.
What?
Jesus.
Oh, bro, that be killing me, bro. That must be killing me.